Christine. It's time for Scrap with Crafternoon. And because this is March, this is my second video for today because you will have seen the 30 Days of Sketches video this morning. So this is our second video. This is by an Instagram by Jen Crow Scraps. I follow her on Instagram as well, but Kristen actually found this one. And what it has this, a base paper. There's like a little torn middle, and then there's like, she's got like a little cut file. Looks like, geometric-y stuff, squares and whatnot. And it's kind of travel themed. There's a vertical element going here. There's actually a couple of papers going more horizontally here. I believe she said this was, she said she made the layout for Surprise Hut Challenge at the Flair Hut for Dottie Bat, it's Dottie Bat Flair. And I believe it was also based on a Lisa Sikorsky sketch. If so, all that stuff will be down below. They'll have that we'll have that in the description. But I believe that's the case. And I went ahead and I don't have any cut files, y'all. I went looking. I thought I might have had a Disney one, but I think I've used it already. So I don't have anything like a cut file. So what I ended up pulling out here, was actually a piece of vellum from Bella Boulevard. I think I can kind of, I'm going to cut it down and make it look like the cut file, lay it on top of the, I'm pointing at that. Lay it on top of the paper like she's got it. So I'm going to do that. And I did just get, my picture's my daughter. She's on her way somewhere. I don't remember now. But she likes to travel a lot. So I've got a little travel picture here because I just got this from Peace Craft Love. And it's this Just Plain Fun by Renee Looney. It's a collection kit by, I guess it's Fancy Pants. And this is too cute, y'all. It's got little travel things on it. And I thought this could be really cute because I saw something. I guess one of these solid papers could be the middle piece, and then I'll have to find, like this is really cute, like from the outside or whatever. I'll get into this. I hadn't got into the papers yet. But there's also like this cute little, look at this little girl here with the bag. Is that not cute? So anyway, it's a little travel themed, and I thought it'd be cute with this. And I'm pretty sure I can make this work on top of that. One of those solids in here. And so, yeah, that's what we're starting with. Let me start cutting some stuff up, get my cat off my desk here, and we will come back soon. Okay, gang, I wanted to check in with you real quickly and just show you the papers I've kind of picked at this point. I haven't picked the vertical elements because they're scraps, essentially, and I'm going to see what I end up with here. But I have picked, I did like that green. I thought that was neat, and it kind of goes with the green in this glass here. So got that, and then there's a pink in there that's the only little solid that I can use. So I'm going to make that the interior. This is going to go over that, kind of acting as our cut file from our thing here. This is going to be the more horizontal piece, and then this is going to be the more square piece. And then, like I said, I've still got to figure out my vertical pieces, but again, I've got these, back sides of these things I'm going to try to look at. So that's pretty. That blue's pretty. I may have to work with that. So that's the papers I'm going to use. So give me just a second. I'll come back on after I've cut some stuff up. Okay, you guys, quick check-in. I'm going to try to do this without too much racket because we have a lot of work going on around here at the house, and my husband's a little busy bee vacuuming stuff and cleaning refrigerators and all that kind of stuff. So just a kind of quick refresher on what we got going on. We have the big base here. There's a middle piece that has a little like cut file on it. And then there's a square, and then there's this kind of guy, and then a picture, right? Now this is torn, this piece around here. I didn't go that route. I went ahead and kept it clean because, I don't know, for me, this was just looking like, if I tore it, I thought it was going to look a little odd for my stuff because I've got this, instead of a cut file, I have this vellum piece. And so I've got that. I did gut that so that I had a photo mat because the back side of it was this blue, and I really like that blue. So I have cut this is a 10 by 10, and then this is just basically 9 3/4, I think. It's real small, matted there. And then I've cut, this was 8 by 8, and this was 5 1/2, I think, by 9, I think is what it was. And then I had this left over from the pink. So I'm going to use that as one of my vertical pieces. And then I got in my stash for a little branding strip that's kind of in this same color family. So that's what's going to go there. And then I have my picture here, and I did have the back of the boarding pass thing is the star. So that's that piece. And then this little piece, again, like was the back of the green. So I'm going to use that as my photo mats. So I'm going to glue all this down, and then I'm going to come back on because that'll be time then to start getting into my the fun parts, right? I have a little tag and everything kind of shown like on the sketch here. So I'm kind of excited because I think I have enough to work with here. But this is my paper. So let me glue these down, and then I'll come back on quick on the sped up version with my ephemeris. All right, talk soon. Well, after all my nattering and those quick check-ins, I'm not sure how much I have to tell you at this point, except about when I start laying these ephemeras and stuff down. I did put the photo up on foam, so you can kind of see that. And then I have laid out a ton of ephemera over there on the left-hand side. And y'all, this kit is so stinking cute. I just love all the little plain things. I mean, it's just too cute for words. So I've laid them all out over there, and then I did get its tag. And first off, I started to put the string in the wrong tag, y'all. I don't know if you saw that. I was like, that's not the tag I meant to use. So I got this green and white tag, and I think this looks really pretty. And I'm going to kind of tilt that on the side over there. Now, she had some journaling on her little old tag, and I didn't end up doing that because I didn't pay a lot of attention because I wasn't looking at the sketches. I was kind of doing this part of it. And then I realized after I did, I was like, oh, shoot, that's where the journaling was. I might could still put some journaling on the left side of the photo, but I didn't do it yet, and I got to think about it. So I'm going to kind of start just arranging this ephemera. And there was a little camera, by the way, in my little set here. Now, I got this little girl, and I love her. Oh, my gosh, y'all. This is so cute, and I just love it because she's, my daughter has a bag and the whole 9 yards. But when I laid her down there initially, I'm like, you're just kind of floating, and that looks a little goofy. So I'm going to use this tag here as kind of my little grounding spot for her. And so I'm messing with this because I was trying to figure out, like, I want it next to the photo. I'm going to pull it away from the photo. I really didn't know for sure. And that's basically where she kind of ends up. And then there was planes in here, obviously. So I took that little plane. I'm like, okay, I'm going to have that going away like it's flying away. And there's a ton of little words over here. And the title, I guess, is going to end up being Up, Up, and Away is what I'm going to end up using. I do audition several pieces here because I wasn't 100% sure. But I ended up deciding on Up, Up, and Away. And that looks pretty cute. I kind of move it back and forth a little bit. But it ends up basically kind of right there. And then I'm going to get into... I kind of, there's the shapes are all kind of square. So that was the only disadvantage. I find most of them were kind of square. There wasn't a ton of round, and I needed to do something to kind of expand this just a little bit. So you're seeing me audition a bunch of things. I am going to end up using that little travel bag tag. That's really cute. I come down here on this lower right, so I kind of gave up on that close-up at the top there for just a minute. And I think I have this prepare for takeoff, and that is going to end up there. But I'm kind of messing with this too, thinking, okay, well, that's not really enough. And so then I end up with this little suitcase down there. I did like the red one too, but I think that would have been a little too much red because I really don't have red anywhere else. There is red in the sign in the photo, so I do like just a pop of red in here, but I didn't want a ginormous suitcase. So that's where that little bag tag's going to go. So I'm kind of happy with that so far, but I'm still looking at that. I'm thinking I still kind of need a little round element. And the only two little round pieces is this airplane sign and then those clock things. So I end up pulling this little airplane sign, and I go, well, okay, well, that looks kind of cool. Because in my head, I'm going, it looks like she's kind of walking, down the sidewalk heading to the airport, kind of like my daughter is. So at this point, I think I've actually glued some stuff down. But I'm going to start kind of letting you see what I do but on the foam here. So I do put foam on the airplane. And I'll put a little bit of foam behind the girl's head and her bag. But I actually let the body kind of go flat. I glue that down with liquid glue. Just kind of a little tip on that. Like, I think it looks, this is my personal opinion, of course, they might do anything, but I like when there's like different levels of depth, and even on the same piece of ephemera, if you can achieve that. I do that a lot with butterflies and leaves. Sometimes I'll make one wing or something like that come up. So it's kind of a similar strategy with this little girl here. So I made like her head and her bag come up, but her body is flat, and it gives her a bit of a 3D effect because, she's not 100% stuck up in the air. She's got, basically two levels, and so I like how that looks. So she's going to kind of get tucked up just a little bit underneath the bag tag, but she's on top of the sign. So again, you kind of get this 3D effect of this little girl. And now I'm going to put the title Up, Up, and Away up on foam as well. I'll put the two titles, the little subtitle, I guess the Prepare for Takeoff is going to go up on foam. And then I will have the little camera. He's going to be kind of up on foam. I'm going to actually add a little red geotag later because I decided I did really want that pop of red in here, but that's kind of actually after the rest of it's done. My daughter likes to travel a lot, y'all, so I don't know if you've noticed that on some of my layouts and stuff like that. She's just always loved to travel. And this, I think this is at Love Field, so I feel like she was headed off somewhere on a Southwest flight. Who knows where she was going? I think maybe LA, if I'm honest, but cannot swear on it. And that t-shirt was kind of cute too. I'll just comment real quickly on that. It says, I know that guacamole is extra. This was kind of back, I don't know what this trend was or whatever. It has to do with Chipotle. And, you know, if you add guacamole, it costs extra. And if you ever go through the line and everything, you'd say, yeah, I want guacamole. They'll say, do you want guacamole? And you'll say, yeah, I'd like it. And they're like, well, that costs extra, or that's extra. You're like, and so she had this sign, because we used to go to Chipotle all the time, and it said, yes, I know guacamole's extra. But it was cute. She just, you know, was traveling in that little outfit. Now, here's where I pull out these little enamel dots, because I did notice on the sketch, the lift, that she had some little enamel dots. And I actually just put it in 2 spots at first. And then in a second, you're going to see me, I think I'll leave it in here. I'll kind of peek at the layout again, and I'll realize that she has a few little enamel dots up underneath the picture. So, yep, that's me checking. I go, oh, she's got some right there. I'm going to add some right there. So I do. I use the same. Sometimes I'll mix and match the sizes and the colors and the stuff. And in this case, although I mixed the colors, I actually kept the same size for the same colors. Like the pinks are always all the same size, and the blues are the same size. So I stick those on there. This is where I do decide to add that little old red geo tag, and I stick that up there on that little green tag. And again, because I got the little Papa Red in her shoes. I got the little girl's shoes, the little Papa Red on the geo tag, and then the Papa Red in that sign. And I like that a lot. So here's the slowdown. This turned out really cute, y'all. And I have to give it, I mean, honestly, I'm going to give it 100% to the collection. It is so stinking cute. I just love the little icons and stuff. But anyway, so thanks you guys so much for watching. Make sure you check out the playlist below. The ladies will have, you know, added their videos to the list. And definitely check out Jen on the Instagram. She's got a great feed. Thanks so much, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.